you spent 5 years in prison for failing to pay child support for the defendant, Ms. Sears' son. Mr. Manser, you are not his father.
Oh, man. 5 years in prison. Oh, my God. She should be convicted of some crime.
No, I should not.
You know who his father is.
Yes, I talk to him still.
This is clearly the most shocking
Very much.
news we've ever gotten in this courtroom. 5 years in prison.
Your baby daddy told me that our youngest is not mine, Kia.
See, why do you have to go and be messy like that? First of all, you already knew that in the first place.
Whoa. Hell no. How? Yes, on the birth certificate, so how I'm supposed to know, Kia, that it ain't my kid?
The father, so what do you mean?
Why didn't you tell me that he wasn't mine, Kia? Why did you have me believing that he was mine the whole time?
Because at the end of the day, you knew that me and his dad were sleeping together.
You can't, I didn't know that. How did I know that? We was in a whole relationship.
Because we had separated at a point in time, and I went to go stay over there. You been thinking I was over there sleeping with him this whole time?
This isn't rare. Across the U.S., court-ordered DNA testing in disputed cases shows nearly 3 in 10 men find out that they're not the biological father. In everyday families, the ones without suspicion, studies still estimate about 1 to 2% of fathers unknowingly raising children that aren't theirs. Once again, it might sound like a small number until you realize that even 1% of American fathers is over a total of 1 million men. 1 million men living a story that was never theirs. 1 million children growing up on a truth that came too late. That's not just a mistake. That's a system with no accountability. There's no law in most states forcing a mother to disclose the truth. No legal requirements for hospitals to confirm paternity at birth. And by the time the truth comes out, it's not just hearts that are broken. It's finances, custody, futures, and so much more. Maybe it's time to talk about protection, not from love, but from deception. Paternity testing shouldn't be seen as mistrust. It should be seen as clarity. The same way we check our health before starting a family, maybe we should check the truth before signing one into existence. If a man chooses to stay after knowing, that's his decision, and it's honorable. But no man should be forced to live inside of a lie that wasn't his to begin with. What hurts the most isn't the DNA test. It's the years, the first steps, the school plays, the nights he held a child who wasn't even his, and meant every second of it. Those memories don't vanish, but they change color. And that's something no test can measure. Maybe the lesson here isn't just about betrayal. It's about truth. Because love can survive almost anything except deceit. And sometimes walking away isn't about leaving a family behind. It's about refusing to live a life that was built on a lie. It's the final understanding that it may not have been a family in the first place. Some men walk away not because they stopped caring, but because they finally started caring about themselves. Some walk away looking unbothered, but have nightmares at night and cry their pain out when no one is around. Walking away from a home where the foundation stood on lies is not freedom for them. It's moving from one detention facility to a new one, a darker one. A man who chose to be a father and embrace his responsibilities won't feel free when everything he thought he built is taken away from him. Paternity fraud isn't just a personal betrayal. It's a social wound we keep pretending that doesn't exist. It destroys trust, rewrites childhoods, and leaves good men questioning their worth. We talk about accountability and everything else, finances, careers, health. But when it comes to truth inside of a family, we call it complicated. It shouldn't be. There should be laws that protect every parent from deception and systems that protect every child from confusion. Because honesty shouldn't be optional when lives are being built around it. Maybe it's time we make paternity truth a right, not a discovery. Because love deserves honesty, And every man deserves to know the life he's fighting for is really his. This isn't about revenge. It's about responsibility.
Like, how could you do this to me?
What's up? That's why you've been lying to me for 11 years, telling me that DJ is my real son. Why you been lying to me?
What are they lying about?
I got a DNA test done.
A DNA saying what?
Saying that he's not my son.
Let me see this DNA test.
You don't need to see it. I saw him.
How is this gonna say?
How you gonna be lying to me for 11 years? Why would you do that to me?
Who is the lie?
The lie is you. You are the lie. You have been lying to me for 11 years, having me believe that my son that I've been raising for 11 years is not really my son. Like, how could you do that to me? Like, what can you say for yourself right now?
What makes you gonna be an A test?
Because I went through your phone. Talking about me, laughing and bragging, telling your friends that I have no idea that he's really not my son. So I went and got a DNA test done. Like, you think I'm stupid or something? Like, how could you do this to me?
You know what?
What?
I know business multiple doing.
You care more about me going through your phone than you lying to me about my son not being mine? Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me right now? You care more about being humiliated and me finding out that our son is not really my son and that he has a different father. I should have, because I thought he was my son. Because you've been lying to me this whole time.
What are you talking about?
It does matter. Are you crazy? What do you mean? It absolutely matters. Like, you don't see anything wrong with what you did? You don't see anything wrong with what you did? You've been lying to me. You've been sitting there hiding me for 11. Of course I love him, but you guys can't stay. You can't stay here anymore.
What are we talking about?
I don't know. It's not my problem. 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 You can't stay here. You can't stay here. You can't stay here. I don't know. It's not my problem. I did my job. I did my job. I did my job as a dad. I did my job as a dad. You can't stay here anymore. Y'all gotta go. Both y'all can't stay anymore. No, I'm hurt. I'm hurt. I can't deal with it. I can't deal with it. Y'all can't stay here anymore. Y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta get your house. Y'all gotta go. I can't deal with it. I'm putting y'all up. Yeah. I'm gonna put you out. I'm gonna put you out. I'm gonna pack your bags myself and put you out of here. I will pack your bags. Y'all can't stay here. You gotta go. You lied to me. You lied to me. You lied to me for 11 years. For 11 years straight, you lied to me, helping me believe that he's my son. No, you gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta get up out of here. You gotta get up out of here. No, I can't look at you. I can't look at. No, y'all gotta go. Y'all gotta go. No, before I do something crazy, I'm gonna regret. No. Yes. No. Yes. You lied to me. You lied to me.
You can feel the pain in that man's voice. 11 years gone in one sentence. He didn't just lose a child. He lost the story he built around that child. Every birthday, every daddy look moment now feels like a lie someone wrote for him. What most people don't realize is how deep that betrayal cuts. When a man finds out his child is not really his, it doesn't just break his heart, it shakes his reality. Because fatherhood isn't just about DNA. It's about trust. And when trust collapses, everything else falls with it. Now, there are good women out there doing their best, raising families with love and integrity. But what we saw in that clip, that's not love. That's manipulation. That's taking a man's devotion and using it like insurance. And it's not rare. According to research published in the Journal of Epidemiology and Community Health, the rate of paternal discrepancy, meaning the father listed is not the biological father, sits at about 3.7% worldwide. Here in the US, studies that tested thousands of disputed cases showed that around 28% of the men who went to court for DNA tests were not the biological father. Even in low dispute or high trust samples, non-paternity sits around 1 to 2%. It may sound small, but when you apply that to millions of fathers across America, you're talking about hundreds of thousands of men living under someone else's truth. And we don't even talk about the emotional cost, the silent kind, the nights he stayed up wondering if he missed the signs. The guilt he feels for not knowing how to stop loving a child that's suddenly not even his. The way pride gets tangled in shame, all because someone decided he didn't need to know. If a man chooses to raise a child knowing the truth up front, that's beautiful. That's real love. But deceiving a man into fatherhood, that's theft, not of money only, but of time, identity, and peace. Maybe it's time we stop pretending this is rare or harmless. Honesty needs to become the foundation again. Because if we truly believe kids deserve love and stability, then truth has to be part of that home too. And just when you think one man world couldn't fall any harder, wait until you hear what the next father found out and how calm he had to be while everything inside of him was breaking.
So me and our daughter, our 5-year-old daughter, went and got tested today.
Okay.
And it said that I am...
Wait, why you take my baby to go get tested anyway? What do you mean? What kind of test, first of all?
I went
and
and got a DNA discovery thing so you find out where you come from, and kind of find out the child doesn't come from me. Yeah. 5 years, I can't even go crazy right now because the kids are asleep. So I'm trying to stay calm.
You raised her for
We
5
have 3
years
children,
anyway.
and the last one is not mine. How's this possible? Well, we know how it's possible, but guess what? Because the kids are asleep, I'm not going to turn violent. I'm not going to call you a bunch of names or cause a big scene. But you and that 5-year-old, who I do love, is going to have to leave the place.
No, because I pay bills here too, and her brothers and sisters is here. You ain't never about to separate my kids.
You are on none of the bills with your name. Technically,
yeah, okay, whatever.
You don't have your ID that says you live here. 1, 2,
This
you
is
see what I said.
ridiculous. Why would you do this?
What you mean, why would I do that? Are you serious right now? Now I don't give a shit. What do you mean, why would I do that?
That's still your child.
No, that's your child.
You raised her for
No,
5 years.
that's
Why
your
would you-
child.
What-
And yes, I do love her. I'm not denying that.
I mean, you're not
But I
showing
can't
her love.
continue to raise a child that's not mine. I'm not doing that. What kind of father would I be to my other 2 children to show them the kind of weak man raises a kid that's not his?
What kind of man raises a child for 5 years and then try to kick her and her mother out?
No.
What kind of man
What
does
kind of
that?
woman portrays that as his child for 5 years?
Okay, it was a mistake.
A mistake?
And you raised her.
A
She
mistake,
knows you
a
as
mistake
daddy.
is putting extra ketchup on my French fries. A mistake is accidentally turning off the TV.
This is ridiculous.
How do you accidentally get pregnant by somebody else? Do you even know who the father is?
It doesn't matter who the father is.
It doesn't matter who the father
No, it
is.
doesn't.
Are you serious
Because
right now?
we've been in this house for 5 years raising that baby, and the other 2, they know each other as they know you as daddy.
No, yes, daddy, father, papa, all that good stuff.
It's
But
ridiculous.
guess what? It is what it is. You wasn't honest back then, and I'm gonna be honest with you right now.
Oh my gosh.
Okay? So I already called the police to come escort you out of here. You
Hey, Skirt, you called the police
100% because I
need
didn't
to
want no
get Skirt
arguments.
out of here?
100%. I didn't
You
want no
didn't
arguments.
arguments? You just
I didn't want no
started
fight.
one.
No. I ain't starting no argument.
you did.
I am ending a problem.
Oh my gosh.
That's what we're
and
doing.
now we're a problem.
No.
Now we're a
No,
problem.
like I said, I'm not going to lie. I love the little girl. But I'm not going to
This ain't
continue to be
love.
a father to a child that's not
ain't
mine.
love.
And I'm not going to be
This ain't
loyal to a
love.
woman who was never loyal to me.
That man didn't yell. He didn't break things. He didn't even try to make her feel the pain she caused. He just stood in it, quietly. And that silence, that's what strength looks like when words have lost their power. Because once trust dies, there's no speech strong enough to bring it back. You can rebuild walls, but you can't rebuild what was real. And that's the reality that makes people shift in their seat. Not because they don't understand it, but because it's uncomfortable to face what deception really costs. He wasn't trying to punish anyone. He was trying to protect what was left of his dignity. And when a man reaches that point, when his dignity becomes more important than pretending, that's when he's already done all the forgiving he can. To everyone who's been showing love through Super Thanks, I see you and I definitely appreciate you. Every comment, every share. You're not just viewers. You're part of this conversation. It's been your girl, Remi Rene here. I'll see you guys in my next video.